Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Choy Leaves Tarot, where we get to your greatness one tea leaf at a time. All right. This is a special, specific message for whoever's watching this and resonated with the title. So let's just jump right in. This could be love, finances, future, but really let's just see where this is headed. This is all signs. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't, and smash that like and follow, and let's just get started. Okay, let's see. Wow, winter. We got a lot of coming out from the cold. This is I'm getting like a bummy person. I don't even know what the title is, but it's giving whoever you were with or were with was really trying to distract you from all the help that was right there. It's like you could have money. You could tap into your greatness. You could look out and reach out for help. But this person wants you to be miserable with them. So they're making you face the other way. So it says Five of Pentacles, delays around money coming in from the cold. And you're like, you know what? Whether it's like a snow day, 1 for 1, like if you're on the East Coast, or if you're just like feeling like neglected in love or in life or whatever, not even just like neglected, like heavy, deep mood, more like, oh man, who's going to help me with my resume building? What I feel like, corporations are not letting you in or whatever it is. You're like, wait, I feel like I'm stuck. Where's my spirit guide? And it's like, bro, like you're with someone who's really making you face the opposite direction of where you're supposed to be headed. So they're distracting you from all the people that want to help you, or all the spirit guides that are like, if you just let them go, we can take you to the next level. Just stop like not knowing. We're out here. We're putting out the signs. We're giving you like the kind of like your gut instincts, but you're just not listening. And it's interesting because recently you've noticed, you're like, okay, is the person I'm with like lying to me, holding something back? Are they on the DL maybe? Are they like, if this is long distance, are they with somebody else? Are they having a double life? And you're like, you know what? They just like don't make me prosper. I've noticed that when I get good, they only want me to prosper if the money goes back to them, or if they can, split 50-50. And you're like, whoa, I'm not in that headspace anymore where I need to be like with someone who doesn't like straight up give me princess energy, mind, body, soul, emotions, right? So Page of Pentacles, you've been working on your meditation. You're like asking the universe to clarify. And here is your sign, basically, Page of Pentacles, young woman to 25 years, student, male or female. You are becoming a student of life, whether it's, learning a new language or changing from different sources or social media or learning things. You're like, okay, there's a reason this is on my timeline. It's really out here for me to like dig deeper and figure this out. Maybe these are the signs, and I need to just stop doubting the obvious signs. Four of Pentacles, money improvements, more coming. Look at this. Whoever you're with is like really dusty behavior. They want you to not make more than them. They're jealous about your like upward mobility. So they kind of wanted to date you to kind of make you go from riches to rags. Like you had all this ambition and XYZ, and they're kind of like, no, let's waste our time and do this. No, let's not make a company. Oh, don't do that. Do this. Or actually, give me your bank account. Or don't you love me? You should help. And you're like, you know what? I'm on to the next, because the way that I need to go, this person wants to like sabotage my growth. And it could be as simple as just, not being a supportive like lover, friend. This is giving situationship, to be honest, or someone that you're like, I don't know if I want them or not, or like, are we compatible? And universe is like, no, you're not actually. So let's see why. This is some piping hot tea. Like, what? Universe, what does this person need to know right now? Like, this relationship is just doing the most and the least. So what should the collective, all signs, look out for? Okay. Yeah, you're gonna take you're gonna expand your horizons in terms of lifestyle, mentality, about like, you're like, you know what? I need to be thankful for the future lifestyle at this point, because I'm going to say I'm thankful and I am now happy and grateful now that I have a perfect blah 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 blah, or like I have a beautiful relationship. They spoil me so much. It's a provider, is mentally sane, XYZ, whatever check marks you want. And also just like your own lifestyle. If you're like, you know what, I'd rather be single until I figure out the red flags so I don't get with like a Dusty again, or like a Dusty mindset. And this isn't somebody who's broke or rich. They're lying to you about how much they have, maybe. They're kind of like trying to test you to make sure you're not a gold digger or whatever they think. You need to run from that situation, okay? Because the real one doesn't want to hide like the greatness within you. See those pyramids? Page of Wands, young woman to 25 years, travel overland. You might be like taking a little cute trip and it just like clears your mind. Or you're watching like travel vlogs and you're like, this is all making sense. My person doesn't even want to travel, doesn't want to do this with me, or doesn't support my travel because they're jealous that if I go, they're not like, leveling up, whatever it is, instead of just being supportive. You're seeing all the red flags. You know what's up. Universe, what else do we need to know about this relationship? Oh, yeah. Look at this. You've been like coddling them, or like giving them very good like kindness, motherly. It says motherly, soft, gentle, and motherly. Queen of Cups, woman over 25 years, blue eyes, fair or brown hair. If you don't look like that, it's just really just, you're in your queendom and you're like, my cup, even with whatever I have, I make a house a home. I make things beautiful around me. When I'm in corporate, I make the vibe, I bring it up a notch. Like everything I do, I add my flair to it. I know what I bring to my life, my lifestyle. And if they don't appreciate it and they're trying to like divert me or distract me, or it could be as simple as like call you when you're like at work and it distracts you, like stuff like that. They don't really want you. They're jealous and they want you to be sidetracked and out in the cold with them. And you're like, no, that's not, instead of them rising up to be on your level, they're trying to bring you down and your shine down. And you're like, you know what? Instead of babying them and making them feel large by making yourself smaller, you are like, let me live in my queendom and pour into myself. I'm the motherly person to myself. I'm not their mother. Their mother should have raised them. I'm gonna like, talk to my inner child, and she don't like what she sees right now. Okay? You're like, I need to make her impressed. The type of relationship better be single than with someone who's like your op, right? Like, what is going on? Page of Swords, young woman to 25 years, spying or deception, reflecting back over your shoulder. Yep. This person tries to like copy your every move, or they're just jealous. And that, or it could also be they're cheating or they're being sus. So you have to like look over and be like, why do they like this? Why did they do that? They're moving funny. Is there somebody else in their life? The second you ask that question to yourself, you know you don't trust them. So it's like, oh, time to wrap it up. If I got anything, hopefully you don't live with them. You can like just dip out, pay, like close that lease and keep it moving, and don't let them know your next address or something. But going forward, if you are single and they don't know any of that, you're just like, let it fall away at this point. I don't have time for this. Universe, what else does the collective need to know right this second? Like, what do we need to watch out for? What should they do in this situation? Wow, abundance is coming. What did I say? You went from Queen of Cups to universe wants to flood you with help and support and financial abundance, and also safety, security, like all of these things. And Ace of Cups, security and a helping hand. Somebody out there in your own circle, whether it's a stranger or a real person, like they want to help, and they'll be at the right place at the right time. And it could just be like, you looking at a store like the sign and it blinks and says leave him or something. I don't know. Whatever signs you see, just take that as your personal sign to like leave them, or, you know, go find someone better, or just, you know what, like bring up your self-worth and your self-esteem so you're not with this person asking questions, because you're like, it is not obvious. You want the love soulmate rom-com type story, not a tragedy with someone who's on the DL or cheating, or just someone who's so unambitious and or greedy and not trying to spoil you. You're like, I want the courtship. I want what I saw. And people could tell you till you're blue in the face that there's no such thing as that type of romance. There is. We've seen it, period. So don't let them like convince you because they don't have dreams. Like you're like, I'd rather be bad all by myself than with the wrong one. Okay. 9 of Cups, improvements underway, feeling smug or pleased. Yep. It's really like that freedom that you're about to get. And wow, when I tell you, this is also abundance of like options coming your way, job. You're just gonna feel very safe and zen with whatever choice you make, because you're like, you're not playing with me and my emotions. And I'm not going to stay here and keep working on like, you know, being the person who carries all the emotional labor, does all the emotional labor, the home labor, the chores, the like, you know, walking on eggshells around them. Nope. 7 of Pentacles, work frustrations, hard work needing to be done either at work or a situation in life. Yeah, you're like, there's just so much work to be done here. I need to leave this. And you see that your person is just really giving up too. He's not working. He's just like watching the money fall. The like relationship is like, should be very zen and calming. Instead, it's just like very chaotic and boring. And like, those two things can be true at the same time. Chaotic because nothing's making sense, but boring because they're not even trying to be chaotic. They're just like a mess. And you're like, I don't have to deal with that for real. Wow, look who's coming in for you. A new person, like again with the pyramids. So maybe you really are going to go travel or move residences and actually get into another world, whether it's like, you know, looking at travel channels, learning different languages, or it could be as simple as like you're an artist or cooking different cuisine and all of a sudden your channel goes viral and now you have full time to pay attention because you're not living with that person, you're not near that person, you're not wasting your time questioning what's going on with that person. Like they're making, you know, it's just like an emotional roller coaster that's not in anymore. So you get to focus on making a true empire. Knight of Wands, young man to 25 years, important letter. So you will be getting texts, job offers, and also like congratulations. Like it's like gonna be a phenomenal year once you let that man go and just get with the right person who's gonna be coming in. Let's get you some Chinese tea leaf cards. Universe, what else does the collective need to know? Ooh, okay, let's take these. We got a High Priestess. What did I tell you? Look at this. This is the chaos that I was telling you about. This is the person you're leaving behind. 5 of Cups. Doesn't care about your emotions. Doesn't care about how musty and out in the cold you feel. Like they just are not responsible. Maybe they're very impulsive and they don't really guard your heart, if that makes sense. Like they might not even be actively trying to like cause issues, but you're like, you know what, I peep game. This is a game to them, and I really am too mature for this. I don't have time. And guess who comes in? A High Priestess, like vibe. You're on your High Priestess, so you're like, nah, give me a person who gets their ish, is calm, is zen. I'd rather do self-care and work on myself to level up, because the person coming into your life is about to be on a higher level as well. And you're like, I need to make sure I can, you know, discern. Discernment is your word. Can you see who's like pretending, cosplaying, mirroring you, and gaslighting, like, oh, I love you, da, 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 but doesn't follow like actions and words and all of that? Like, it's just not adding up. They're not, talk is cheap, man. Universe, what else do we need to know? What is coming in for the collective? What are some tea leaf Wow. Wow. Okay. There's very interesting. So advocate for yourself every single time, whether it's at the doctor's office, whether it's, at work, whether it's in your relationship. And sometimes the best advocacy for yourself is to leave without saying a peep at that point, right? You don't need to tell them because some people turn either violent or weirdo or stalkery. Like you're like, nope, on to the next. They don't need my new number. They don't need my new address. Or they're just, I'm going to be slick about it so they don't lose their ish. But you're putting you first finally, right? And it also says world peace starts with learning about others without propaganda. Interesting. So you're like, oh, I'm putting myself into wild situations. If I actually don't advocate for myself, it causes other people to like, you know, think you're Boo Boo the Fool, and that's not happening. But world peace starts with you're like, I'm looking at everything, relationship propaganda, propaganda about like what their parents or family members told you about them or what your friends are saying. Like people all have different biases. It's up to you to like just listen to everyone and be objective and be like, you know what, the person I'm with, what did I tell you? And controlled opposition, like he's sent from the universe to kind of test you to see if you're ready to let go of things that are not for you, so it could give you something bigger, better, way more aligned. You've outgrown the past toxic cycles, so it's like, nope, on to the next. And then look at this, leave saving the world to the men. I don't think so. So world peace, you're like, you know what, let me figure this out. I can be like a power couple with my man. And I'm also not just gonna like, get rid of my own career and cool things that I could work on, different hobbies, different books. I have a lot to share. Why am I taking myself out of the job industry or the market or something? So you're like, you know what? This person wanted you stuck at home doing whatever, and you're like, no, I want to be financially secure doing my own thing. I have so much, like you could have even been a grad student, and you're like, okay, yes, everything's laid off right now in XYZ, but they're like not inspiring you to either make your own business or do recipes or use social media to make content without like, it's just not giving synergy. So keep an eye out on that. It's controlled opposition from that person. This person just definitely giving off. Obviously, you know the situation better than I do. So if this doesn't 100% resonate, you can also look at like the other readings I do to kind of piece it together, the ones that, do resonate, and take those signs as what they are. All right. Wow. So the tea of the day is Boswellia tea, 100% herbal with lime green and yellow butterfly. How cute. So look at that butterfly. If you see like lime green and yellow, you might see like billboards or signs that kind of relate to that, along with like a little kind of orangey yellow tea. So this is like actually some type of like tree bark sap, something like that. So look into Boswellia tea, where it's from, Condor, all of that. And obviously don't drink that if you're allergic, but this is going to help you like clear out that, like, it's going to zen you out in a way that you're like, you know what? I'm ready for the next level. I'm ready to leave that behind and keep it moving forward. And finally trust my gut. All right. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.